Ride1Up has long been a leader in the commuter bike category, but their newest model, just launched recently, brings a never-before-seen level of bang for your buck meets integrated tech into their urban lineup.
Hey everyone, Micah here with Electrek, and today we're reviewing the new Ride1Up Vorsa. This is an electric bike that looks like a commuter, but can actually do so much more. Come along with us while we check it out.
I'll be honest, I find it a bit hard to even categorize the Ride1Up Vorsa properly. I mean, it's definitely an urban bike, great as a commuter, but it's also kind of a touring bike and even holds its own on single track surprisingly nicely. You can tell Ride1Up was thinking outside the box on this one, and not just on the design, but also on the tech side. But we're going to get into all of that. Let's first start with those specs though. Powering the Vorsa is a 750-watt rear hub motor with 95 Nm of torque. That is some serious hill climbing potential hidden away in that motor. Not to mention Class 3 speeds of up to 28 miles per hour, though of course you can choose between Class 2 or 3 operation in the display settings. That's a new display too, with a nice color screen and much more detail now, including shaming you with a graphical display of how much time you spend in each of the different pedal assist settings, or bragging rights if your stats put you at lower levels than I mostly used here. The display also includes built-in Apple Find My integration, so you can locate your bike if it's stolen, or you just forget where you parked it. It runs off of the bike's battery, so you're not going to run out of juice like a typical Apple AirTag small battery either, especially since that's a whopping 48 volt and 15 amp hour battery for 720 watt hours of capacity, or enough for up to 60 miles on low power pedal assist. Not to mention it's also a UL compliant battery, which is increasingly important in today's regulatory landscape. Now speaking of that mileage on pedal assist, you're probably gonna want to actually use that pedal assist a lot because of how good it feels on the Vorsa. Sure, the throttle's great and I am glad it's there, but the Mevice torque sensor that they included here is one of the nicest that I have ever felt on any e-bike. It is just that smooth and natural and responsive. It's the whole reason people like torque sensors to begin with. But I know there are still those who prefer cadence sensors for their ability to give you higher speed riding without as much effort, something we sometimes call the foot throttle effect, and so Ride1Up also included a cadence sensor and lets you choose in the display settings which sensor you want to use for the pedal assist. That's a cool way to keep everyone happy. So the tech side of the bike is nice, but it's got to complement good design if I'm going to recommend the Vorsa, and I'm glad to say that it definitely does. The Vorsa is a very versatile bike, as I mentioned at the start, and that comes down to the design of the bike. With a semi-integrated rack with an add-on extension, you can treat it like a cargo bike carrying up to 440 pounds of payload. With the 2.6-inch Schwalbe touring tires that give you trekking ability, combined with the 100mm of suspension in that front fork, you get a pretty decent off-roader as well here that can hold its own on single track. And then, of course, you've got the commuter staples, including great LED lighting and full metal alloy fenders, plus a nicer 8-speed Shimano Acera transmission instead of the basic 7-speed Shimano Altus we often see on these more affordable, value-oriented e-bikes. And that brings me to the price, which at $1,595 is very fair, especially considering the whole bike industry is undergoing price inflation now thanks to the new tariffs we're all facing. For under $1,600, you're getting a combination commuter, cargo, and recreational e-bike with punchy hydraulic brakes, an adjustable stem, and incredibly responsive torque sensor. Plus nice added features like a beautiful display and Apple Find My location tracking for anti-theft, all for the same price as a typical budget-oriented ride. Now, I do wish it weighed a bit less than the 65 to 70 pounds, depending on how many add-ons you bolt onto it, and I do wish they gave me more color options than just the gray, blue, and the grayish-green two-tone you're seeing here. But I can't really fault them for much more than that. The Vorsa is as versatile as it is comfortable to ride. It's the true go-anywhere and do-anything e-bike. Well, anything but fold in half, but it's not like Ride1Up doesn't already have that covered elsewhere. So yeah, no e-bike is perfect, and I do have my gripes here, but for the most part, I am blown away by the value and the build of the Vorsa, and would definitely recommend it to family and friends looking for a value-packed, location tracking, and comfortable riding e-bike for just about any type of ride, be it commuting or pleasure.
Thanks for watching, everyone. We hope you enjoyed that review of the new Ride1Up Vorsa. If you did, why don't you give this video a thumbs up? And don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss any of our future electric vehicle videos. We'll see you here next time.